that during the past 2 years, KZN will experience a pandemic, rioting, social unrest that threatened the fabric of our society and personal safety, and the devastating floods that brought us death, misery, and much devastation. And despite all these events, our members rose to the occasion and delivered much needed relief and compassion despite our own personal challenges. DG-elect Gavin Jepson and Debbie, DG-designated Raj Ramchandar and Shireen, Assistant Governor Vinay Jainath and Rumila, and Pastor String Matty Woodley and Vasanthi Woodley.
Nice.
Visiting guests and Rotarians, and my dear family of Rotary Hanu. Our year started with what has now become infamously known as the July riots, a time when sectors of our general public went on a rampage, looting stores and damaging property that threatened to destabilize our province, and an event that caused great distress and stress to our personal safety. The event affected food security, and the demand for food in the weeks that followed was met with our club providing hampers to more than 140 families at the cost of 56,000 Rand. Most of these grocery items were sponsored by another organization, and also the Rotary Club of Cape of Good Hope, who sponsored a sum of 10,000 Rand. In times of need, the human spirit always is so resilient, and we give thanks to all who were involved in the preparation and distribution of these hampers. As part of our Empowerment Women and Children program, we assisted the Jess Foundation with the donation of handbags and care packs to the value of 46,000 Rand. We also reached the shores and assisted across the shores and assisted in the Rotary Club of Mumbai North End with a global grant contribution of medical equipment for the Bhakti Swami Vendetta Hospital with an X-ray machine and other medical equipment to provide service to the poorest of the poor. We also headed up a district initiative to provide 18 oxygen concentrator machines to assist the above-mentioned club when COVID devastated the country in July last year. In April this year, the sky opened up and brought with it a torrential downpour, resulting in a severe flooding and damage to property and loss of lives. Our club rallied together to provide blankets and drinking water to persons in need, and recently our members spent most of the Saturday delivering drinking water to more than 250 households in the Tongat area. Our thanks to all those who sponsored the water towards this project, and special thanks to the Rotary Anne's Club of Rosebank for their sponsor of 5,000 Rand. Our flagship program of the Renal Clinic continues, and we are currently at a sensitive negotiating stage regarding future services from the unit. All work and no play definitely makes Jack a dull boy. So for some fun times, our members had fellowship evening at the Barnyard Theatre, Saturday morning breakfast, and walkabout at the Shumweli Market, enjoyed a great Christmas dinner at the Langeni Hotel, and celebrated the visit of our DG Mary. On the membership front, we inducted 3 new members to our club, and our membership stands at 14. We also we welcomed back our past member, Dan Woodley, and 2 bright stars, Pam Chetty and Diane Woodley. Our Rotary Centre underwent some refurbishing during the year to create a warmer and cozy feel for our members. Our sincere thanks to PG Natty Woodley and his team for that. We embarked on a membership training program for our members, with Saturday morning sessions held at this venue. Natty continues to serve as trainer at the RI level, and we are indeed fortunate to have him share his vast up-to-date knowledge with us in an easy and comfortable environment. Our very own Raj Ramchandar and Shireen was nominated for the position of DG for the 2024-2025 Rotary year. We are indeed proud of both and the fact that as a small club, we will have our second DG in our short history. Saluting our Rotary Foundation has always been the cornerstone of this club. During the year, we made a promised contribution to the Rotary Foundation, annual givings funds, and the Polio Plus Fund. We also acknowledge 3 individuals who made great contribution with the Paul Alice recognition. We salute the work done by Mr. Bala Gengia, Mr. Faisal Issap, and Mr. Dina Pillay, and thank them for their financial contributions and personal sacrifice made to creating a better world. Having done all these projects, I am pleased to announce that we have achieved the Rotary International Presidential Citation for the year, having achieved 16 out of 25 goals. Given the above, we had a wonderful year of service and can keep raising the bar as we move forward. The success of our club lies in the hands of each of our members who continue to serve even in trying circumstances. Thank you to each one of you for making a difference in this year in serving to change lives. It has been tradition in our club to award the Top Gun Award of the year to an individual who excelled in service. It is not an easy task when you have so many individuals who make active and positive contributions to the overall success of the club. This individual has excelled in our club's achievements in more ways than one. This well-deserved award goes to, I'm not being biased, Natty Woodley.
Welcome to you. President.
Favorite is the man. What is he doing there?
Is this keeping it in the family or?
Trying to. You'll know why later. Thank you for the past year, and I'm sure that I speak on behalf of every member of our club that the unstinting support and commitment will continue into the new year. On behalf of the owners, I would like to wish our President-elect Arthie Maharaj everything of the best, and I'm sure you'll have their support, continuous support. So here's to the next year, Imagine Rotary.
Your name's here on this one. I don't know how come.
What?
That's your name here. Gavin.
Oh, that one, yeah.
We printed in advance.
Especially from India.
I now have the privilege of introducing our President-elect for the year 2022-2023. Arthie Maharaj, who is a qualified attorney and runs their own practice. She's been a member of our club for the past 4 years and has excelled in various portfolios. Arthie's hobbies are gardening and reading. She is also an active member of many other organizations. Our well wishes go out to you, Arthie. I now give you Arthie Maharaj. Paul.
We can't see him.
Hold on.
It's on the video.
I think we got this.
to go. Natty says he's still got, what's the date of 28th?
Three more days,
2 days.
What time?
Two.
So Vasandi, if you can have the occasion or moment of giving this to Arthie, present her, and then we will move from there.
Okay, all the best. Thank you.
Look at the camera, look at me. Smile, smile, smile. Where's the president saying? This is the big moment. Chain of office. Alright, once we're doing that, can you get all the Rotarians in the house to please stand as a mark of respect for this wonderful occasion? No tears, please. Okay. No tears. Nothing. Ojen, make sure this picture is captured, otherwise you'll be sleeping outside tonight. Alright. Well done. Hug. Alright, we're going to then place the president's badge on the. Be careful with this one, eh? Don't. Put it there on the pocket there. Wow, okay. Thank you. Shivering. And then Vasandi will just be the recipient of the past president badge. You're not the past president yet. As soon as we give you the badge, you can take a seat.
I'm not a PP.
No, nothing. See, this is what Rotary is all about. Have fun, eh? Have fun. I don't know what these two ladies are. What do you say each other to each other? Okay. All right, okay. We'll leave it to you. She's not a PP. Thank you very much.
Well done, Arthie. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, 19th President of the Rotary Club of Ainul, Ms. Arthie Maharaj.
You may be seated. Thank you.
Good evening and welcome. Past district governors, AGs, presidents, past presidents, presidents-elect, secretaries, fellow Rotarians and their accompanying spouses, family and friends, in person and virtual. I would like to start with a sincere thanks and appreciation to all for accepting the invitation and to attend this induction ceremony. Coming out from your warm home in a cold winter's evening to attend my induction dinner and contributing to make it such a special and memorable experience for me, a big thank you. I have only been a member of the Rotary for a short number of years, 4 to be precise. Therefore, when I was nominated for President 2022-2023, I was indeed surprised that the Rotary Club of High Moon would choose a newbie to take the reins of such a prestigious club with so many high-profile Rotarians who have many years of experience. I think you'll have just heard all these AGs, PGs, and a whole lot of PPs, other PPs. So, you will indeed know that it's quite a high-profile club. Therefore, I am sincerely humbled to be elected as President of the Rotary Club of High Moon for the year 2022-2023. And I know with the help and support of my board members, I will accept with gratitude and honor to take up the role of President and look forward to serving you in the year ahead. I will do my best to lead the club through any challenges ahead, and we look forward to so many achievements during the year. I would like at this stage to thank our club immediate past President Vasanthi Mudli for all the many hours and efforts that she had put into her year of presidency. And despite the many challenges and curveballs thrown to us during COVID, she was still able to continue with Rotary service and continue with carrying out many worthwhile projects
that benefited our community and people of Chatsworth at large. Vasanti, in the past 12 months, you have shown the enthusiasm, energy, and commitment and willingness to serve above self. I am grateful for the bounce of energy that you bring to the club and all the guidance provided to me and other members as well. I will look forward to all your support when we spearhead projects and navigate to 2022-2023. The Rotary International President, Jennifer Jones, explained her vision for 2022-2023 here. Imagine Rotary, calling all leaders to expand their imagination. This theme is so rich because it empowers all fellow Rotarians to think outside the box and connect in different ways to your fellow Rotarians and the community and the world. As we connect with the world and the communities that need us, let's think about what we can give out to support the Rotary activities, the Rotary 6 areas of focus, and the Rotary Foundation, which we should be proud to say we are all involved with. We must also remember to inspire and empower ourselves and others to adopt high ethics and integrity by the use of the four-way test, the Rotary mission, and the Rotary vision. I believe one of the greatest strengths of a Rotary is the ability to leverage each Rotarian's skill, connection, and resources to serve humanity. In this respect, one needs to look no further than all the projects undertaken, the global grants given and received, and see the benefits that have been derived. Leveraging each and other Rotary Club members' skill is what we intend to do so that we have a successful year ahead. If I do no more than to increase in the fun and fellowship and the energy that already exists within this club, then I can hand over the presidency next year to my successor with a happy and satisfied heart. I thank all the inspirational Rotary thinkers and doers. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'd like to introduce the board of the Rotary Club of High Noon. Now, as you're fully aware, we are the small club, so every member has a role and a portfolio in the club. So we start off with the secretary being Ojen Narain, who then we have the treasurer, Dan Mudley, and Natalie. So I've gone for the twinning concept, where we have the new members and the old members to guide us as well. And then we have, for public relations, we have Pam Chetty and Lulu Pubalan.
Eventually all of us will be in
For club admin, we have Paul Pubalan. For membership, we have Daya Mudli and Natty Mudli. The different areas. For service projects, we have Ramchandra and Sabi Naidu. For youth services, we have Sats Governor. And for foundation, we have Vasanti Mudli. And we have Uncle Dave as well. Foundation.
Earlier on, thank you very much for leading us in the year that's slowly moving into the next year. I think we've had a fantastic time despite all the challenges. And your report is an indication of the kind of leadership that has been put into the club so that we could have achieved what we set out to do. What is extremely phenomenal is the fact that we set out 16 goals and we met 16 goals. So I think that's great for a small club And again, on behalf of the President, I thank each and every one of you for your contribution in making sure that we achieved our goals. Now, Arthie whispered to me that she's going to do 18 goals this year, so.
Robert, I only whispered it to you.
Club Administration Director, who's it? Oh, Club Services, Administration, all these things. 18, she said. So go to Goal Center and anything from next week. But I'm sure that whatever we set out in the year that's coming up will be achieved. And it's not about outdoing each other. I think it's about making sure that we set our goals in line with Rotary International's objectives. And we meet it, because when we meet our goals, we're actually serving society. So thank you very much. But also, Arthie, thank you for a very inspirational talk this evening. I think you set the bar very high, as we say. I'm quite certain that you have managed to get our attention as to what you want to do with the year. And I know for sure that leadership is going to be great. But please remember, sometimes we will resist you, right? So, no, I'm just kidding. You have our support at any given time, because I think whatever we do for humanity, and we're looking forward for a wonderful year with you. So thank you very much for that, and we are now in at a point where I'm going to ask PDG Naki to sit where he is. Are you going to come? And give us an intro.
Family Rotary. Before I introduce District Governor-elect Gavin, I don't like to say, anyway, let me not say that. I think we need to pass a new bylaw in this club, starting 1st July. Who's the club admin guy? Paul. Paul, I'm setting a resolution right here in front of the DGE for a new club bylaw, that when the president starts the meeting every time we're in person, she's got to use the words or initials PP. Because that initials are giving us so much joy.
So the meeting will be jovial.
Absolutely.
Never jovial.
Yeah, a great message. Arthie, congratulations to you, and on behalf of the club again, may I just add my voice of congratulations and all the best. You certainly have our support in the year ahead, and so do other presidents following us, Ojen and Sats and Lulu and everybody else who's joining us. You'll always have great support from the members of this club. We are a small club, but we do great things. But more important than doing the great things, we really are a close family. So let's go to our District Governor-elect, Gavin Jepson. In 2009, I met a much younger Gavin Jepson, and I was a much younger Nancy Woodley. When we tried to start, when a few members in the Shelley Beach area were starting to form a new club when I was governor, 2009-2010. The club was successfully formed in about November 2009. I think the induction was held or the charter induction was held January 2010 at the beachfront in Shelley Beach. It was a lovely, lovely scene there. And Gavin became charter member of the Rotary Club of Shelley Beach in that time. And since then, Gavin and I have had a close relationship, close friendship. We've always chatted to each other, bounced things off each other. And I'm very grateful for that, Gav. It really has been lovely to see you progress up the ladders of Rotary. Gavin then became the president of the Rotary Club of Shelley Beach a few years later, and then he got to serve on the Rotary District, on the websites. He's in fact the catalyst for the very successful club runner that we have today. In fact, I think he's the master of the club runner in this district. And we all know what the club runner website can do. We had a training program on that a few weeks ago. Gavin has also served the district as membership chair. And during that time as the membership chair, we brought in a lot of members. We chartered a few more clubs in the years following his membership, his chair as membership chair. And sadly though, we've had to amalgamate with another district, and we had to give away our 9270 number for a 9370 number. And Gav, I think in hindsight, when we look at that merger, I don't like to use the word failure, but you can see the numbers of where we are right now. The numbers that we are right now is so low that it was in fact the same number we have now, approximately the same number we had now when I was governor, with 48 clubs. Now we've got 80 or 90 clubs, 83 clubs with the same amount of Rotarians. So it's gone, it's gone the wrong way. But such has been the membership trend in Rotary worldwide. The East, India, India, Japan, Sri Lanka, all of those countries, and Central and North Africa have been tremendous in membership growth. So there is still opportunity for us, but it's getting scary that we might have to amalgamate once again and maybe become 2 districts in Southern Africa as opposed to 3. Gavin is a multiple Paul Harris Fellow, and he serves Rotary with great passion. And Gav, on behalf of the Rotary Club of Hindon, we want to just say good luck. It's only 2 more days to go, but before you hit the strides. We want to wish you well in your year as Imagine Rotary, and we're looking forward to imagining some really great things under your leadership. And we ask you to please come and say a few words to us this evening. Please welcome.
If I may, I'm actually going to turn this off if I can work out how to do it. I think you can all hear me at the back there. Anyone who can't? It's easier than holding this thing in front of my face. Artie, I guess this is your function, it's your induction, so I'm going to thank you for inviting me to this function. Thank you very much. Natty for maybe being the catalyst. That man there is naughty. He won't admit it, but he's naughty. So, but fellow Rotarians, I'm not going to go through all the protocols which have been gone through. It's a pleasure to be here. And it's been said a few times in terms of the size of your club versus the amount of work and the amount of fundraising and the amount of projects and the successful and working projects that you have done that have an impact on the lives of so many people. So, and then when I hear further that for citation has been achieved, 16 out of 23, I think it is. I think it's fantastic for a small club, and well done. And the new citation period starting the 1st of July. I'm actually taking note of the 18, but I'd like to see more like 20. So the challenge is there. About 10 days ago, I was sitting in one of our own club meetings, and I don't know if any of you guys know him. I'm sure Natty would. PDG Doug Kent came up to me and said, you're going to be doing a whole horde of not visits at this stage, but induction dinners, which is true. And he said to me, when I did that, I always had a little speech in my pocket, because he said especially the Indian clubs didn't mention a thing, and I was asked to speak, and I was there. So he walked around, and I said, you're talking nonsense, man. It happened to be in Chatsworth. It happened to be, in fact, in Shelley Beach on Saturday night. And I must admit, Raj, it didn't happen to go. You'll give me sort of a half a heads up, and you gave me 6 minutes. I actually asked for about 3.5, but you gave me 6. You talk about acronyms now, and we've got 2 in our midst, AGs. Now, when I joined Rotary, AG was assistant governor, and I was kind of the first one in our new club. But as we went on, I became AG, and I had 5 or 6 clubs I looked after, and one of the clubs actually changed that to Ask Gavin. And those of you who are poets and whatever, Jacques Venter, and things of technology has gone further in terms of Rotary, and there's more and more information on the internet. AG is Ask Google. And you can tell you a little bit. Just to reply to Natty, and Natty mentioned when we first met, certainly, and this is what really Rotary is about, and mentoring and whatever. Natty was, when we started our club, I had never been involved in a service club in my life, and I got thrown into these things like secretary and then president, and I knew nothing about Rotary. Natty was the DG at that time, and no one really knew in our area what was. I had Richard Albro for a short while, but I'll promise you, Natty was my main go-to. If I needed something or I needed something, I'd pick up the phone and speak to Natty Murphy. And Natty, for that mentorship, our friendship, the information you imparted, and the knowledge you personally imparted to me in terms of Rotary was out of this world, and I don't believe I would have been here if you hadn't been the sounding board, because I mean that seriously. So, that is the importance in a club situation or in a district situation. Obviously, we've been talking about it for a long time, is when new members come into your clubs, assign them a mentor, involve them in clubs, involve them in your project. And you seem to be doing it here, because I see a lot of happy, smiling people, and the projects, and the Santhi, you went through what you've done and you achieved, and there were some phenomenal things in terms of your forming bonds with other clubs in South Africa, like in the Western Cape, you said, or Transvaal, helping a club in India with a global grant and sponsoring some of the DDF and that sort of thing. So, water for flood victims and things, when times are tough, that's when the clubs get going. And that is what is so gratifying. You know, when I sit in down on the south coast, and even and the clubs doing those sort of things, it doesn't always reach the people or the Rotarians in East London or PE or Bloem. We don't know about those things. So sitting and listening to what you guys have actually done is a bit of an eye-opener. Maybe one of your projects a year ends up on Facebook or gets talked about, but overall, we don't know much about the clubs. And coming to an event like that, when you're actually broadcasting them, is actually fantastic. I think you mentioned fellowship. We've been through a torrid time in terms of COVID, where we couldn't get together for a number of months, 2 years almost, in fact. And the fellowship aspect of Rotary was lost. But it seems like the majority of clubs are slowly coming out of that. I'm not sure where you guys came out, but it's so important that we revive those friendships and the social gatherings and the fun we had, because a happy involved club is what Rotary is all about. And the happier you are, and the more involved you are, the more projects you tend to do, and your service to the community and the people around you actually increases. And the Top Gun Award, I mean, I don't know if that's a real bloody pistol in there. Aye, take cover, man.
What's looking for a shine?
But
It's like a
yeah, the fact that Natty got it, and I'm sure there have been a number of people who've had it before. Natty, is it your first time?
Second.
Second time.
In fact, they've been naughty because when I introduced this Top Gun Award in the first year we started the club, I was walking through a tobacconist and I saw this, and I thought, that may like, because we had Rotary Club at high noon, right?
Right.
So I thought Top Gun Award. And I made and I asked this club to make a promise that I will never get this award because I don't want this award. But now I get it again, yeah.
So it's obviously because you deserve it. So I think anyone who gets an award like that from your president, who is going to be past president, I think you must savour that moment, and you really it's recognition which is obviously deserved from your club. So everyone should be striving for that sort of recognition because it enhances. The other comment I heard you say, I can't remember if it was Vasanthi or Arthie, is that learn from your errors. And that's not meant in a nice way, not a nasty way. It's meant as a constructive criticism in terms of if you don't try, and if you don't fail, and if you fail, it doesn't matter. Because the more you try, the more success you're going to have. So don't be scared of failure. If it doesn't work, put it aside and try something else. And that's what it will do. Think outside the box that's been mentioned. And I think that's where we need to be, is trying new things to further both Rotary, your projects, your fundraising. You've really got nothing to lose. I'm really at the end by saying, again, thank you for having me here. It's been and I think it's going to be a wonderful evening. And I certainly, Arthie, I look forward to working with you in the next year. With all the club members and your board, I look forward to working with you. I look forward to seeing you in the near future when I do my visit. And Natty, I look forward, and I hope I can still, and I know I can still count on your support and advice when needed. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Rotarians, friends, thank you very much, and have a wonderful year. And imagine what we could do if all the things we think about Rotary in a positive light come true. Let's strive towards it. Thank you.
Well, I think maybe I'll just have to do that. So, Arthie, if you could please come forward and help us with the presentation of a few tokens of appreciation. So the first one will, we can go there. DGE, please, you can come forward and accept this as a token of our appreciation for your visit to our club and for the wonderful word of inspiration.
Really.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, everyone. That wasn't expected or necessary. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, and thank you for
Thanks, everyone.
picture. And then,
Almost people.
thank you, Vasanthi. Take over. Rising sun. And Arthie, some lovely flowers for the lady. Thank you very much. No, it doesn't, not the same. Yours is yours, mine is mine. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I was a bit concerned, Natty Woodley, Dan Woodley, Daya Woodley. Oh yeah, running. Thank you.
Good evening, family of Rotary and special guests. No function can be successful without the contribution of individuals. I want to start off with the caterer for tonight, Roshanta of Cafe Banu. We want to say thank you to her for the meals that she's provided. And believe me, I've had past experience of eating a meal and it's going to be scrumptious. To the DG-elect Gavin and AG Vinay and their respective spouses and partners. Sponsor of Arthie Rabin Hira, we want to thank you for attending. Also to family and friends of Rotarians, thank you for your attendance tonight. And to the Rotarians of High Noon themselves, for all your contributions, especially to club services for putting this event together, for the input from Arthie, President-elect, and also to Ojen for the photography. And I want to just use this opportunity to also, on behalf of the club, to thank Vasanti, who is soon to be a past president, but...
No, sorry. Not past president. PP.
Okay. But no, PP also is Paul Kovalan, so... But thank you for your sterling leadership in the last year, and we look forward to moving the team forward under President-elect Arthie. Thank you so much, everyone.